Yeah, next to John Kamapa, subject said, and then what? Question for Konnan. I'm 44 years old. When I was a kid, I would watch Nitro Weekly so they could see whatever happened next to my number one storyline of all time, Sting versus Hulk Hogan. While I may not go down well with the snobs, Sting versus Hogan at Starrcade was my all-time number one match. Sting's run to chase the title from Hogan to me is the greatest storyline that there's ever been and ever will be. So I'm asking you is the same thing going to happen with Cody Rhodes and his finish a story run? I mean, isn't the backlash inevitable? Once Sting won the title and was a champ, something just seemed off. I'm telling you that when WWE makes Cody the champ like everyone else, the fans will turn on him instantly. Konnan, what do you think? Is it Cody backlash on the way? The UGG story is finished. I spoke about this in detail. We have a clip up on YouTube. It's like sometimes when you tell a long-term story, like when the story ends, there's always a kind of a flat period afterwards. And my thing has always been like 90% into your story. What if you just started you changed the story and took a plot twist and then took it somewhere else and just extended storytelling? Because I absolutely like we said. Let's say Cody wins the title. All right, line up the heels that are his challengers coming up. Like and like literally not one comes up like not one guy comes right off the top of your head.
True.
So like okay, but did that really come up right off the top of your head? It's like incredible.
No, I didn't think. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So my question is like, yeah, they may run into a problem with Cody after he wins the belt because like, are you like right off the bat, you're thinking like, wow, nothing really compels me now with him as a champion for fighting the heel. And then, I mean, that's the way I feel, right? But do you guys kind of feel the same way too?
Yeah.
Good.
When Austin won the belt in '98, obviously they paid that off. He's going to be the champ and he's feuding with McMahon. And there was a thin heel side then too. They had to turn Foley back into heel Dude Love to give him a challenger for like 3 months straight.
Right.
And then they moved him to Kane and Undertaker and a lot with Undertaker. There wasn't that many stories for him to be in as far as wrestling, but as champion, there was obviously a lot of great angles. Yeah, they could make it work. Sometimes people do just want that face champion run, the feel good run.
They can, but the story, if he wins, isn't near as good as the story leading up to him winning.
No, of course, yeah.
Right, and that's
once the confetti drops, you go, all right, what's next?
Honestly, right then and there, Priest cashes in is what I would do. Then now you don't even now what you've done is like he didn't finish his story because his story never really had he had an ending for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, and he's chasing it again.
Right.
So I think that this guy saying that there might be a Cody backlash, I highly doubt it. They've been on this ride. They were so vocal with the 500,000 thumbs down and Rocky sucks and the rallies by La Greca. Just kidding. But anyways, that WWE pivoted from the biggest match of all time. I would have kept Rock and Roman, and Cody can get it later. He doesn't have to get it right now. But they made a choice. Okay, we're gonna keep our fans happy, and we're gonna probably lose some money in the But I would have kept Rock and Roman, and then Cody could get it later.
Yeah, there's no way I would have expected them to make that switch, Konnan. And it made me think of something that you say a lot, which is, back in the day, you couldn't depend on WWE to make that change. Like Bryan, they were going to put him as an opener until the backlash was so bad they had to add him into that title match at WrestleMania 30. Punk kind of got around here and there, and they weren't. It was more like, we're going to tell you what you like, And I thought there was going to be another one of those things. You're getting Rock Roman, and that's that. Deal with it, But they pivoted.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool when the fans, sometimes get in the position that they're in right now. There's a lot of content, a lot of, people are really passionate, online, and it generates interest,